beat them before, I could beat them again.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we've got the Dolphins, leader at quarterback, as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Dolphins and the Jets, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 23.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. Brendan Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Jets coming into play, and they know that they are in for a fight here.
And anytime you're dealing with the #1 defense in the league, all through your preparation, you know that yards are going to be tough to come by. But working in their favor, they can run the football. One of the top 5 teams in the league in that category. So I expect this one to be a tight, hard-hitting affair, and both teams playing to their strengths.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former #2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
This is James Robinson. Oh, nice move. They find some open field here. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead at 7-0. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3 quarterback.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent, too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it. But otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, these two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife. Hall again on second down. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And not much happening there, not much at all. They'll get to it and down it, but at the 35-yard line. The offense running out, and we shine the spotlight on the undrafted revelation, James Robinson. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. Ready, ready.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Hall on a give up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Watkins. And he'll find Hall. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call.
Hey, guys. Nothing like these. 18 level. 18, 12, 50, 12, 50.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
19, right there, hurt.
Back to throw. Watkins. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
And New York set to take the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Okay, ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Able to slither by. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 91 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Wilson going to keep it on the option. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Throwing to start the drive. Watkins. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing on 1st down. Watkins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 14. That one goes for 24 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
The Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. 5 plays there on that drive, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And New York set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's the option. Running right. Oh, able to avoid him. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's the Jets punter now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Off the play fake. Watkins. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's scooped up by the Jets. Past the 20. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
And I love how you use the word fortuitous there because as that popped up, he just happened to be in the right place, grabbed it, and found his way into the end zone.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Miami's set to take over. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Watkins. Throw left side taken in by Hill. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. In motion, Hill. Running left, it's Hall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Dolphins had 5 and 6 to start play. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
On the jump. 50
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watkins. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
He's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 1st down, Watkins. He finds his man, complete. That's Hall. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards that time.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. In motion, Hill. Back to the ground with Hall. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Breece Hall
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime.
Okay, great.
Now Wilson on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was the visiting Patriots come in and get the victory on the road. Mac Jones, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head over to the Pacific Northwest to check on the Seahawks at home in Seattle. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. DK Metcalf, up over 100 yards receiving with 2 touchdown grabs. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they trail the visiting Steelers as that game has gone to the half. A touchdown run for Giovanni Bernard. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Miami. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come. Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I don't think they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They go play action here on first down. He'll get that one complete to Connor. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Straight ahead is Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
To throw on second down, Watkins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Wilson. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. 9 yards the pickup there. It's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 and enemy territory.
112 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Jalen Phillips, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Robinson now off the option.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Bradley Chubb drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we come to the end of the third quarter. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to run.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. It's a big play there for Miami. 54 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
A handoff for Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On the counter, it's Hall. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover, because one more score, and this game's over.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Ball start.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
In motion, Hill. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tanner Conner, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. That time a 9-play drive, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here's Wilson and the Jets down by 9, 2:16 to play. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. The mistake there by the offense, Charles, they tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is shoving onto the field as they'll go for 2.
17. Nothing, 19. Street.
They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. So now the focus shifts to the Jets, trailing in this one now. 2:08 on the clock. They'll have 1 play, maybe 2, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. Wilson getting right back to it after the pick 6. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Here's Wilson to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
18 more yards. That's another Jets.
Wilson will throw again. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And he's going to be out
down inside the 20 at the 15. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And quick throw here, that's complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Lock it. Check.
Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Extra point by Gay is up and good, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Connor. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a give to Hall. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Okay, ready?
From the 9, 2nd and 5.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a pickup of a couple and lose him with a 3rd and 3. They'll run with Hall. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
So it's a win for the Dolphins here, and it was thanks in part to the play of their 3rd-year quarterback.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most, and they're going to come away with the victory.
So for Miami, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Jets, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.